industry history. Me and my friend prepared a short story of it. Please enjoy your watching. Even if you have never seen a film from India, the word Bollywood immediately conjures up images of brightly colored productions featuring beautiful stars, choreographed songs, and dance numbers. 1931 saw the release of Alam Ara, the first Talkie, and the film that paved the way for the future of Indian cinema. It was around 1947 that the industry went through significant changes, and one could argue that it was during this time that the modern Indian film was born. The historical and mythological stories of the past were now being replaced by social reformist films.
मेरा जूता है जापानी ये पतलून इंग्लिश
में हम आए हैं तो जीना ही पड़ेगा उड़े जब जब जुल्फे तेरी
के पहला पहला प्यार भर के आंखों में खुमार जादू नगरी से आया है कोई जादूगर बदन पे सितारे लपेटे हुए.
As my friend mentioned, the 60s saw its own wave, inspired by directors such as Rai, Mira Sen, Ritwik Gada, that were inspired by political and social changes as well as cinematic movements that offer a greater sense of realism and understanding. In the 70s, on the other hand, films aimed people to forget their misery. They took them into the dream world, where there are no pain, no poverty, no beggars, where God is looking after his own flock, and fate is kind. The hodgepodge of action, romance, comedy, and of course musical numbers is a model that dominates the Bollywood films for 20th century. And greater attention was paid to the plot, character development, and dramatic tension by 2000s. That accounts for the success of Bollywood films.
जब तक बैठने को न कहा जाए शराफत से खड़े रहो. ये पुलिस स्टेशन है, तुम्हारे बाप का घर नहीं.
कितनी बार कहा है पुष्पा, मुझसे ये आंसू नहीं देखे जाते. आई हेट टीयर्स.
मैं भी तेरे खून की कसम खाकर कहता हूँ, एक एक को चुन चुन के मारूंगा, चुन चुन के मारूंगा.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम.
largest movie producer worldwide. One of the reasons is it's home to very important cities, very important film industries, for example Mumbai and Bombay. They are the starting point for Bollywood. You can see domestic values, economic and political influence in these movies. For example, in Black Friday, you can see a true story about the Bombay riots. And the second one is Parzania. You can see again the real story about Galburn Society massacre. There is a family who is trying to find a location for their son. And finally, Frak. Again, you can see the victims and violence and its effects on people. And now we are going to watch a short Oscar film.
The 2000s saw a growth in the popularity of Indian cinema all over the world, and it is no longer restricted to India and is now being well appreciated by international audiences. It has become a part of our daily life, whether it's a regional or a Bollywood movie. Today, there are more than 50 film production companies and more than 9,000 films are being produced by them in a year. India has always been partial to its film stars. Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, Ranbir Kapoor, Kajol, Rani Mukherjee, Priyanka Chopra and Katrina Kaif are some of the most famous Indian film stars around the world. Three of the best movies of the past decade have been Lagan, Devdas and Rang De Basanti. Lagan, produced in 2001, won the Audience Award at the Locarno International Film Festival and was nominated for the Best Foreign Language Film at the 74th Academy Awards, while Devdas, produced in 2002, and Rang De Basanti, produced in 2006, were both nominated for the BAFTA Award for the Best Foreign Language Film.
रूप तेरा मस्ताना प्यार मेरा दीवाना बचना ए हसीनो लो मैं आ गया पहला नशा पहला खुमार किसी रोज तुमसे मुलाकात होगी All hot girls put your hands up and say मुन्नी बदनाम हुई डार्लिंग तेरे जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया जिया रे जिया रे जिया हो.
Until now, my friends have been giving you some information about the history of Indian cinema. And now, for our scene study, I am going to show you the scenes that we chose from Gandhi movie. First of all, everything started here.
Smart bloody Kaffer.
Throw him. Just move your black ass back to third class, or I'll have you thrown over the next station.
But I always go first class. I've traveled all...
Gandhi was a man of justice and equality. He even asked his wife to clean the toilet.
May I come in, Ba?
Yes, sure. Please come in, Sora. How is your day?
Today we have to work a lot more than other days.
You're right. The journalist is our guest today.
I'm asked to prepare another place for set, Mr. Walker's driver. And Mr. Gandhi wanted me to tell you you must clean the toilet.
What?
You must clean the toilet.
Okay, Sora. Thank you for the information. You may go.
What is it?
Sora was sent to tell me I must clean the toilet.
That's right. Everyone takes their turn.
It is the work of untouchables.
There are no untouchables in this place, and no work is beneath any of us.
I'm your wife.
All the more reason.
As you command. The others may follow you, but you forget. I knew you when you were a boy.
It's not me, it's the principle. And you will do it with joy or not do it at all.
Not at all then.
Okay then, go and leave the ashram. We don't want you here
Hey,
and you
Ashley.
don't belong here.
I'm your wife. Where do you expect me to go?
What's the matter with me?
You are human. Only human. And it's even harder for those of us who do not even want to be as good as you do.
And I apologize. And I must get back to that reporter.
And I must clean the toilet.
Gandhi was a man with a cause, and everybody knew that he was right in his cause. Even the British and Christians knew that. Let's see what this British minister says about Gandhi.
Some of you may be rejoicing that Mr. Gandhi has at last been put into prison. But I will ask you, assembled here in this house of God, to recognize that we are witnessing something new. Something so unexpected, so unusual, that is not surprising the government is at a loss. What Mr. Gandhi has forced us to do is ask questions about ourselves. As Christians, those are difficult questions to answer. How do we treat men who defy an unjust law? Who will not fight but will not comply? As Christians or as people who have not heard the word?
The economy was next. They knew that in order to free their economy, they had to defy the British. Let's see what Gandhi recommended his people to do.
But now something worse is happening. When Gandhiji and I were growing up, women wore their own clothes. But now there are millions who had no work because those who can buy all they need from England. I say with Gandhiji, there is no beauty in the finest clothes if it makes hunger and unhappiness.
My message to you is the message I have given to your brothers everywhere. To gain independence, we must prove worthy of it. There must be Hindu-Muslim unity always. Second, no Indian must be treated as the English treat us. We must remove untouchability from our hearts and from our lives. Third, we must defy the British. Not with violence that will inflame their will, but with a firmness that will open their eyes. English factories make the clothes that make our poverty. All those who wish to make the English see, bring me the clothes from Manchester and Leeds that you wear today, and we will light a fire that will be seen in Delhi and in London.
Everything started when they threw him out of the train. But at the end, this little black guy stood against the giant British Empire with Non-Violence Act, and he won.
The object of this massive tribute died as he had always lived, a private man without wealth, without property, without official title or office. Mahatma Gandhi was not the commander of armies nor a ruler of vast lands. He could not boast any scientific achievement or artistic gift. Yet men, governments, dignitaries from all over the world have joined hands today to pay homage to this little brown man in the loincloth who led his country to freedom. In the words of General George C. Marshall, the American Secretary of State, Mahatma Gandhi has become the spokesman for the conscience of all mankind. He was a man who made humility and simple truth more powerful than empires. And Albert Einstein added, generations to come will scarce believe that such a one as this, ever in flesh and blood, walked upon this earth.